tutorial questions. So basically today we'll be touching on the regular tutorial questions. So I'll be starting with question 6 of the regular tutorial questions. So with the question 6, I read, a company has the following information on its operations on monthly basis. We have total revenue 60k minus 0.005k squared, whereas the total cost is 8,000 minus 5k plus 0.005k squared. Do you have an expression for marginal revenue, marginal cost, price and profit? Based on the various functions, complete the table below. We have quantity, total cost, total revenue, marginal cost and marginal revenue. Then the third one, as the manager of this company, what level of output will you produce if you are interested in profit maximization? Ivan, at the profit maximizing level of output, estimate the profit and price the firm will sell its product. Then, what output should the firm produce if it's interested in revenue maximization? So I'll start with the I. So let me expand the screen. As you go on, I'll be bringing back the question for you to see it. But basically, this is the question I'm going to solve here. So the I is, you are finding an expression for marginal revenue, marginal cost, price and profits. Price and profit. So an expression for marginal revenue. Now, with marginal revenue, we know that you find the derivative of total revenue with respect to Q. I'm trying to add more sheets to it so that we can continue. So now, let me go back. Sorry about that. I was just trying to add more slides to it. this is the answer we are going to get. So this is our marginal revenue. Now we will also have to find marginal cost. So the marginal cost too, you find derivative of total cost with respect to kill. So total cost was given in the question as 88,000 minus 5 kill plus 0.005 kill squared. So with this too, you find the derivative of marginal cost. So this is not kill, so 0. Killed cancel kill. I have minus 5 here. Killed cancel this kill. So now this is kill squared. Take note. So 2 times 0. So 2 times 0.005 gives us plus 0.01 kill. So this becomes our marginal cost. You also have to find for price. I think I would have to use one page direct so that you get it. Okay. So this is our marginal cost. So now we have to find expression for marginal revenue, marginal cost, price, and profit. So we have marginal revenue, we have marginal cost. So we need price. So price function. Now how do we get price? We have it in mind, or we bear in mind that total revenue is price times quantity. So if I want to find price, divide both sides by kill. This is kill. I have this. So P is equal to total revenue over kill. So it means this becomes my price function. Okay. Since I have price function here, remember total revenue in the question was given as 60 kill minus 0.005 kill squared. So total revenue in the question was given as 60 kill minus 0.005 kill squared. 0.005 kill squared. So this is our total revenue. So now we know price is equal to total revenue divided by output 0.005 kill squared. So divided by kill per the formula of what? The price. This formula. So this is price. So I have kill cancel this kill would cancel this out. So I have just 60 here minus this kill would cancel this kill. So it means we left with only one kill. So it becomes 0.005 kill. So this becomes my price expression for price, or the price function. The next one is we ask to also find profit, an expression for profit. We know profit to be total revenue minus total cost. What the total revenue was given in the question as 60 kill minus 0.005 kill squared minus total cost. Total cost in the question. This was our total cost. This was our total cost. So 88,000 is the kill. We're given output. We're also given total cost. I'll shorten them. So TC, total cost. We're also given total revenue. We're also given marginal revenue. We're also given marginal cost. We're also given marginal cost in the question. Okay, so this was the table provided. We're given output, total cost, total revenue, marginal revenue, and marginal cost. So the first output was 2250. The next one was 2500. The next one was 2750. And the next one was 3000. And the next one was 3250. The next one was 3500. The next one was 3750. The last one was 4000. Okay, so this was the table provided. So you be asked to calculate total cost, total revenue, and marginal cost. So what we have to do is, if you want to calculate the total cost column, which is this column, if you want to calculate this total cost column, you will have to pick this total cost function here. What you see Q, you fix. So if you want the first total cost here, you pay this total cost function. What you see Q, you fix 2250. If you want to find the next total cost here, what you see Q in the total cost function, you fix what? 2500. So basically, all I'm trying to say is, to calculate the total cost column, you pick the total cost function, substitute the Q, the various Q, use the total cost function to get the whole of total cost. So the first one is total cost. Let me do some small workings here. minus 5 kilo plus 0.005 kilo squared. These are the total cost given. So if I want to find for the first output, which is Q is equal to 2250, so where Q is equal to 2250, so I have 88,000. I won't solve for all the output, I'll solve for some so that you get to know the format. Plus 0.005 times 2250 squared. So total cost will give us. So let's go. So 88,000. So I'm sorry for the first output. So I'm sorry for the first total cost as an output of 22,250. So total cost is 88,000 minus 5 times 88,000 minus 5 times 2250 plus 0.005 times 2250 square. So the first total cost, this is what we are going to get: 10206.2.50. So this is the first total cost we are going to get, this one. So you continue like that. So you pick the next output 2500, put it in the total cost function. Pick the next output 2150, put it in the total cost. You do like that for everything. Then you fill the total cost column. So since I've already explained how to do it, I'll just put in the answers here. So when you use the total cost formula, like the first one we just did, the first total cost, our answer was 102,062.5. The next one would be 106. So you can use the calculator to prove the answers. 1065750. The next one we are going to get 11206.2.5. Then the next one is we are going to get 18,000. The next one we are going to get 12450.5. You can use the calculator to prove the answers as well. So the next one is 131,750. The next one is 131,956.2.5. The last one is 148,123. So basically this is how we are going to solve it. So you fix all the output function in the total cost function to get the total cost column. I think I've explained. That's why I did only the first working, for you to know how we would solve it. So basically that's how we are going to solve the total cost side. So the next column we were given is was total revenue. So it's total revenue. Total revenue 2, they give us total revenue function to be 968 109,687.5. The next one would be 118,750. The next one would be 127,187.5. So you can use a calculator to do everything here. The next one is 135,30. The next one is 142,187.5. The next one is 148,750. The next one is 154,687.5. The last one is 160,000. So you basically use the total revenue funds to fill the whole column there. So the next column we have to do is the marginal cost column. So the marginal cost column 2, after we found for the derivative of total cost with respect to Q, this was our marginal cost function. This one. So minus 5 plus 0.01 Q. So minus 5 plus 0.01 Q. So that's our marginal cost function. So the same thing. You pick the first output. So the first output was 2250. So you try with it and see. So marginal cost as output 2250. So it's minus 5 plus 0.01 times 2250. That will give us the first marginal cost as output 2250. So minus 5 plus 0.01 times 2250. That would give us 17.5. So this is 17.5. So you pick the various outputs, follow the same format to also continue solving everything for the marginal cost. So just come to the table and solve it. So follow the same format to solve it. So what we did was marginal cost. So I'll come to the marginal cost column. So the what I just did, it was 17.5. That was the first output. When you do the second one, you are going to get 20. The third one, you are going to get 22.5. The third one, sorry, the next one, you are going to get 25. The next one, you get 27.5. The follow up, you are going to get 30. This is 32.5. This will give you 35. So now you are left with the marginal revenue. So with the marginal revenue too, remember that with the marginal revenue, you found the derivative of total revenue with respect to Q. So this is marginal revenue. 60 minus 0.01 Q. 60 minus 0.01 Q. It will give us 25, not 30, 25. Yes. Then the next one too, the output was 3750. That would give us 22.5. Then the last one, the output was 4000. That would give us 20. So there's it. So we are done with the table. So now, the next one is the I. This is our third question. So from this side, as the manager of this company, what level of output will you produce if you are interested in profit maximization? So basically the question is asking for outputs to produce when there is profit maximization. That is the question. My listening is going low. Please, I'm coming in a minute. So outputs to produce when there is profit maximization. Okay. Now we know that for profit maximization, marginal revenue must be equal to what? Marginal cost. This is our condition. What is the profit maximization condition? So for it means that we have to find output to produce when there is profit maximization. Since we know this to be our condition, we would have to come to the table and search for where we are going to get MR to MC. Once we are able to locate where MR is equal to MC, we would follow it to its output. So the output in which MR is equal to MC, that is where profit, so that is where output is being maximized. So we move to the table. So this is the table. So we have to cross check this for the profit maximization condition, which says that MR must be equal to what? MC. So this is MR. They are not the same. 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 That side, they are the same. So this is what is basically happening. So with this side, we will trace it to its output. So let's trace it. Yeah, so this is our output. So the output at which profit is maximized what? 3,250. So what level of output will you produce if you are interested in profit maximization? So an output of 3,250 units we already have our price function. So from the beginning of the question, we found for price function. So our price function was 60 minus desert, 60 minus 0.005 kilo, 60 minus 0.005 kilo, where kilo is equal to 3250. So price is 60 minus 0.005 times 3250. So price is equal to 60 minus 0.005 times 3250. That will give you, so the price gives us 43.75. 43.75. So this is the price we were asked to find for. So that's all for the IV. So with the VIN, what output should the firm produce if it's interested in revenue maximization? So so it means we are finding output at revenue maximization. That is the concept here. So we need to pick, so for output using revenue maximization, it says that the marginal revenue must be equated to zero. It should equate it to zero. Yes. So we'll come to the question, what's our marginal revenue function? Our marginal revenue function. This is our marginal revenue function. There's it. So 60 minus 0.01 kilo. 60 minus 0.01 kilo. 60 minus 0.01 kilo. He said it should be equated to this marginal revenue function. So 60 minus 0.01 kilo should be equated to 0. So I have 60. You move this to the right hand side, becoming positive 0.01 kilo. Since we are finding for the output based on revenue maximization, I will divide both sides by the coefficient of kilo, which is 0.01. So kilo is equal to, so 60 divided by 0.01. That gives me 6,000. So this is the last part of the question. VIN. What output should the firm produce if it's interested in revenue maximization? So the firm should produce an output of 6,000 units if it is interested in revenue maximization. So basically with this question, this is how to solve it. So with this question saying, that's what I've solved here perfectly. So try and go over. You can also try and share the videos with your friends to also watch as well. So just know that with the tricks involved, know that profit maximization condition, MR is equal to what? MC. It's not